Nestled between the historic Santa Cruz Mission and Holy Cross Church, you will find Siena House, a sanctuary for mothers in crisis. Siena House opened in February of 2000, and over the years has provided a safe, loving environment for women who have no family support, have battled with substance abuse, or who may be homeless through no fault of their own.
I became pregnant, obviously, and that was fine. I still was going to work and doing my deal, and I became really sick, and I didn't have any help. I couldn't continue to go to work. I had nowhere to turn to, and rent was due, and I didn't know what to do.
Some of the women we help come to us wanting to make a change, but do not know how, nor do they have any foundation to begin the process.
I was in a relationship and I was living not with him. I became pregnant and I knew that my living situation needed to change. I knew that my life was going to change once I had my baby. So I reached out and I talked to some people and I heard of this place.
I had an unplanned pregnancy and I was currently physically addicted and mentally addicted to drugs. And I decided to get clean. My boyfriend's in jail and I figured this would be the safest place for my son and I to be.
The one thing that they all have in common is the desire to change their life. Siena House offers women a hand up. All of the women that come to Siena House are pregnant, have decided against terminating their pregnancy, and live here voluntarily. The women we serve may have come here through different channels, but they all want to provide a safe start for their child. Siena House provides that safe, clean environment and structure so that we can help transition women into motherhood. For most, this is their first experience with childbirth and parenting. For most, it is the first time they are exposed to a structured home life. For the majority of women who are selected to participate in this program, the experience changes their life. While they are here at Siena House, they will participate in programs that will help them to identify the foundations for making positive and healthy choices. They learn structure and boundaries, but most of all, they learn unconditional love. On average, women are at Siena House a little over 7 months. In that time, our goal is to prepare them for the task of parenthood. We teach them how to let go of the unhealthy perceptions or attitudes that they have been exposed to for a lifetime. It's not a goal easily achieved, but it is possible. We all know that 1 degree of change in a person's life is all that it takes to be a success. At Siena House, we help others make that change while living in the spirit of God's love. That is our mission. That is our passion. Siena House is a sanctuary for mothers in crisis. Many paths have led our residents to us. Far too often they come from an abusive environment. It's not uncommon for our residents to have experienced sexual, physical, verbal, and mental abuse. Sometimes the abusers are family members. Other times the abusers are romantic partners. Sometimes they suffer abuse at the hands of both. In any case, Siena House is a safe alternative to the places that the residents come to us from. The environment we have created at Siena House helps women transition away from a survival mindset. By providing a safe, secure, loving environment, the women who come to us have the capacity to focus on making real, positive, and substantial life changes.
I was so excited to be accepted into Siena House because normally you have to be pregnant, and my son was 3 months old, and so they had a board meeting and they had made an exception for me to come. So that was really exciting.
I was extremely excited when I found out that I was accepted. I was in a lot of fear before I knew that I could move here, and I was definitely looking forward to the future.
Siena House works with women that are committed to change, and by far the majority of the women who volunteer to be a part of the program exit the program with knowledge and experiences they have never had before. There are rules, structure, and consequences for poor choices. designed to teach personal responsibility. We have up to 10 women at any given time, and each of them is at a different place in their personal development.
Siena House takes women from the streets and takes women from hard backgrounds and unsafe living situations, and they give them resources and tools for a better life.
Once our residents graduate from Siena House, they all know what a healthy family environment is. And our goal is for them to continue that practice forward while creating their own family. Education is the cornerstone of Siena House's program. Our vision includes assisting women in leading healthy, happy, and productive lives, grounded in a deep sense of personal worth. When our residents come to us, they are in crisis. Usually, the crisis is a manifestation of circumstances beyond their control and extends to most aspects of their lives. We believe that providing a core educational program during the time they are with us will allow our residents to make positive and lasting life changes. Our residents are here with us at Siena House for an average of 7 months, a short time to learn all of the skills necessary to effect such monumental changes. With each resident, we help them understand the foundation, benefits, and importance of healthy choices. We provide the building blocks that empower them to continue to build a different life when they leave Siena House. Our educational program is designed to focus on 3 areas: healthy relationships, time and money management, and parenting during the first year. Healthy relationships are our first area of educational focus. Many of our residents come from dysfunctional and abusive backgrounds. We teach what healthy relationships are, how to build them, and how to maintain them. Practicing these skills with staff and other residents is the first step. Time and money management, learning, and practice is the second focus area. We endeavor to teach our residents the life skills necessary to be successful. Each resident has real-life responsibilities while living at Siena House. They must help with food preparation and cleanup, and be responsible for maintaining their own area to a set standard. If a resident fails a room inspection, then there are consequences that help reinforce the lessons of responsibility. Our third area of focus is teaching the parenting skills necessary for the first year. Often, many of our residents come to us without the skill sets they need to be successful parents. Teaching mothers what to expect in that first year is probably the easiest of our challenges. There are plenty of hands-on learning opportunities during a stay at Siena House. Even though residents leave our care shortly after they give birth, they will carry with them the knowledge of what to expect over the course of the rest of their child's first year. When you have a home full of pregnant and post-pregnant women, you have plenty of opportunity to practice all of the skills we teach, including conflict resolution, accountability, and parenting. Our program's success is dependent on practicing what we are teaching, thereby empowering our residents with the skills they need to be successful in the future. Siena House's success is measured in degrees. Since opening our doors in February of 2000, we have provided a hand up to hundreds of women from all backgrounds and walks of life. All of the women we help are pregnant, and 99% of them want to keep and parent their unborn child. They have all made a very difficult choice, giving up the familiar for the unknown path of parenthood. 88% of the women who come to us are turning away from an abusive relationship. That relationship may be with people or with substances. For those of us who have been fortunate to never experience physical, sexual, or substance abuse, we may think this is an easy choice. For those who have only known a life of abuse, it is not. The women that choose Siena House know that if they choose not to change, the costs will be paid by their children. Children who grow up in unstable, abusive environments or in foster care are statistically prone to become enmeshed within the justice system. It is still not an easy choice. It requires the desire, the will, and the commitment to create a new path. 1 degree of change. 42% of the women that come to Siena House are homeless. Some of them have jobs, but may not make enough to live without help. Others may make too much and experience the same dilemma. The path to Siena House is a hand up, not a hand out. 31% of the women we help have not graduated from high school, nor do they have a GED. 14% come to us directly after completing a substance abuse program. We could continue to describe the paths that lead women to Siena, but it is our successes that truly bring us joy. 60% of the women who choose our program complete our program. 68% of all the women we help stay in contact, and some even come back to help others.
I have a feeling of purpose, that there's me going through here and experiencing the success that I feel like I've experienced leaving here. I feel a really deep sense of, that I need to give back in some way, and an obligation to be a part of Siena House growth.
I'm doing really well. My son is about to, he's either going to go into preschool or kindergarten this upcoming fall. He's going to be 5. And I have an interview for him next Monday, actually, at the private school that's right across the way here. I think just from being here and being exposed to, say, that school, that's really inspired me for him and what I want for my son. I went back to school, I've earned my AA degree, I've earned my AS degree, and I'm hoping to go into UC Santa Cruz. I've been accepted for the fall.
Siena House celebrates each degree of success in the lives of each resident. Women come to us from many paths, but they leave here family. On average, we only have 7 months to nurture that 1 degree of change. And that 1 degree of change is our measure of success. Siena House needs your support to continue our mission. We achieve a small amount of positive change in the lives of 100% of our residents, but we would like to do more. Our vision for the future is a second stage, or Siena 2, which would continue beyond the 3 months following childbirth. We envision a program that continues to provide stability and a family atmosphere where these new mothers learn to transition back into society. Together, we can continue our success and degrees, living in the spirit of God's love. Siena House needs your support to continue our mission.